Hello and welcome to the third lecture in the series of network theory. Today our topic of discussion will be on KVL and KCL. So the basic fundamental of KVL and KCL is already clear to you, but then also just for revising the basic concepts I am taking this topic. Okay, तो आज हम लोग बेसिक कंसेप्ट डिस्कस करेंगे कि मैश और नोडल एनालिसिस किसको बोलते हैं एंड हाउ KVL and KCL is taken when we analyze the electrical. Let's move ahead. So the outline of the lecture will be, we will discuss about the branch, node and loop, and then we will move to KVL and KCL. Let's begin our discussion with the branch. So as you can see in this figure, there are 5 components available: 18 volt source, 1 ohm resistance, 6 ohm resistance, 3 ohm resistance and 12 volt source. So whenever you are defining a branch is nothing but a component in any electrical network. So just count the number of branches. So here I can see there are 5 number of components are there. So if 5 number of components are there, I can say that the branch is equal to 5. So branch equals to number of components, and in this particular electrical network the branch is 5. Okay, it is as simple as that. You just have to count the number of components. Now what is exception in this particular concept? Let us see this figure. Now you can see that there are 6 components in this particular figure. 6 volt battery, 2 ohm resistance, R1, then R2 is also 2 ohms resistance, R3 is 4 ohms resistance, E3 is 2 volt battery again, and E2 is in the middle one 4 volt battery. So when you see this kind of figure, when 2 components are in series, which 2 components are in series in this figure? एक तो आपका R2 जो है वो 2 ओम का रेजिस्टेंस है, और एक जो E2 जो है, जो सोर्स है 4 वोल्ट की बैटरी का, वो दोनों किस में है? सीरीज में. तो आपको ये कंसेप्ट ध्यान में रखना है. वी डू नॉट नीड टू कंसिडर सेपरेट ब्रांच इफ 2 कंपोनेंट्स आर इन सीरीज. जब भी 2 कंपोनेंट सीरीज में होंगे, हमको कोई अलग से ब्रांच कंसिडर करने की जरूरत नहीं. जैसा कि हम ये फिगर में देख सकते हैं कि R2 और E2 जो हैं दोनों सीरीज में हैं, तो आई विल नॉट कंसिडर एनी सेपरेट ब्रांच. सो व्हेनेवर यू फाइंड एनी 2 कंपोनेंट्स इन सीरीज, whether it is present in anywhere in the network, in any leg of the network. ऐसा भी हो सकता था कि वो जो R1 रेजिस्टेंस है उसके साथ सीरीज में कोई कंपोनेंट हो सकता था. ऐसा भी हो सकता था कि ये 6 वोल्ट की बैटरी जो E1 लिखा हुआ है वहां पे भी कोई सीरीज में कंपोनेंट हो सकता था. So whenever you find a component in series, do not consider a separate branch. Okay, so here also the branch is equal to 5, but the number of components are 6. Okay. Now let us discuss about node or junction. So node or junction in any electrical network can be defined as the meeting point of minimum number of 2 components. जहां पे भी minimum 2 component meet करते हैं, उस point को ही हम क्या बोलते हैं? Junction बोलते हैं. अब जैसा कि आप लोग फिगर में देख सकते हो, हम लोग यहाँ से स्टार्ट करते हैं. लेट मी टेक एन इंक so that I can explain you in better manner. Let us say this is my first node. Why this is my first node? Because here my two components are meeting. Which 2 components? 18 volt battery and 1 ohm resistance. Similarly, this is my second node. Why I am calling it a second node? Because here I can see that 3 components are meeting: 1 ohm resistance, 3 ohm resistance and 6 ohm resistance. So this is my second node. So node is nothing but a meeting point of components. Where the components is meeting, that is known as the node or the junction. So this is my third node. This is my third node where 2 components are meeting: 3 ohm resistance and 12 volt battery. Okay. Is there any other node present? Apart from these 3 nodes, yes, there is a reference node which is also known as a ground node, is also present in this particular electrical network. Okay, and that is connecting, this node is connecting 18 volt battery, 6 ohm resistance and 12 volt battery. So this reference node is generally ignored when we analyze the circuit through KCL or when we do the nodal analysis. Why it is ignored? Because it is ग्राउंडेड। तो जो ग्राउंड हो जाता है नोड, उसको हम जनरली क्या एनालिसिस में हम उसको इग्नोर कर देते हैं, और उन्हीं नोड्स को कंसिडर करते हैं जहां से हम किसी करंट को या किसी वोल्टेज को एनालाइज कर रहे हैं, या फिर जहां से हम सप्लाई दे रहे हैं। ओके, सो हियर द नोड्स आर 4, but when we do the analysis we will take 3. I will clear it when we come to the KCL. Okay, now let me talk about loop. So number of loop in any electrical network is defined by number of closed paths. जितने क्लोज पाथ होंगे आपके इलेक्ट्रिकल नेटवर्क में, उसी के अकॉर्डिंग आप डिफाइन करेंगे कितने नंबर ऑफ लूप्स हैं। जैसा कि हम इस पर्टिकुलर नेटवर्क में देख सकते हैं कि हमें 2 क्लोज पाथ दिख रहा है। फर्स्ट क्लोज पाथ is on the left hand side in which I1 current is moving, and second close path is on the right hand side where the I2 current is moving. So there are 2 close paths. तो 2 close path हैं, इसलिए we can say that there are 2 loops. Always remember number of loop equals to number of mesh, and it is also equal to number of mesh currents. जितने लूप होंगे उतने ही आप mesh current define कर पाएंगे या उतने number of mesh define कर पाएंगे। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे 2 क्लोज पाथ थे, इसलिए हमने बोल दिया कि ये 2 लूप है, और यहाँ पे 2 mesh current फ्लो कर पा रहे हैं, इसलिए यहाँ पे भी mesh कितने हैं, 2। Okay, so there are 2 loops in this particular network. Now let us come to the KVL. So both these laws, that is KVL and KCL, is based on the law of conservation of energy. What is law of conservation of energy? It says that the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So similarly, Gustav Kirchhoff, the name of the scientist Gustav Kirchhoff, in 1845 defined 2 important laws. The KVL is defined for the loop and KCL is defined for the node. So when we say we are talking about the KVL, we analyze the voltage present across the loop, and when we say that we are applying the KCL, we analyze the current across any node. Okay, now as you can see from the definition, in any closed loop network, the total voltage around the loop is equal to the sum of all the voltage drops within the same loop, and which is also equal to 0. Or in other words, we can say that the algebraic sum of all voltages within the loop must be equal to 0. So as you can see from the figure, we have taken 4 voltage sources, V1, V2, V3 and V4. Okay, and all the voltage sources, if we sum up these voltage sources, it has to be equal to 0. Okay, so this is nothing but the KVL. Let us try to understand this with this example. As you can see, I have taken a circuit where 3 components are present, 18 volt source, 1 ohm resistance and 6 ohm resistance. Here I have also taken a current I, and now I am introducing the direction of the current with the orange arrow. This example I am taking to explain you what is the difference between conventional current and electron current. We have been discussing from last 2-3 lectures that electron current opposes the direction of conventional current. Conventional current direction goes from positive terminal of battery to the negative terminal of battery. This is also known as the passive sign convention. Why we take this passive sign convention? Because before the invention of the electron, the scientists and engineers have this conception that the conventional current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. Why they had come to this conclusion? Because they assume that the current is a positive charge carrier. But when the electron is invented, we come to know that current is not a positive charge carrier, current is due to the negative charge carrier. Okay, so we will try to understand the difference between the conventional current and electron current, and we will see if there is any change if we take the direction of the conventional current and if we take the direction of the electron current. Okay, so let me take the first case. I am discussing about the conventional current here. So here you can see that current I with the orange arrow I am showing, it is entering to the negative terminal of the battery 18 volt. And what our conventional current says? Conventional current says that current is positive when it enters from the positive terminal of the battery. So here you can see that current is entering from the negative terminal of the battery. So obviously I will write minus 18 when I will write the equation of the KVL. Now again, if you go ahead, you can see that now this is the first direction. Now you can see that current is entering from the positive terminal of this particular resistance. So how I will write the potential drop across it? 1 ohm into I. Okay, and now when I go to this particular resistance, again it is entering from the positive terminal of the resistance. So I will write 6 into I. So how my equation will look like? This is my equation. Minus 18 volt plus 1 into I plus 6 into I equals to 0. Or in other words, if we can transfer the 18 volt source to the right hand side, we will get the first equation. So this is the first equation when I consider this particular direction of the conventional current. Now let me take the reverse direction of the conventional current. Now I am taking the direction of the green arrow. So concentrate on the green arrow and try to form the equation. Now the direction is changed. Now the current is moving from minus terminal of the battery to the minus terminal of the resistance to the positive terminal. And here also we have changed the direction from here. And now this will be the direction of the current. So if I start writing the KVL equation from the 6 ohm resistance, how can I write? It will be minus 6 into I. Why it will be minus 6? Because it is entering from the minus terminal. Okay, so it will be minus 6 into I. Similarly, it will be minus 1 into I. But now this time, since we are entering the current from the positive terminal of the battery, it will be plus 18 volt. ठीक है, तो ये कैसा हो जाएगा? Minus 6 into I minus 1 into I plus 18 volt equals to 0. Or we can also write it as 1I plus 6I equals to 18 volt. As you can see, there is no difference between equation number 1 and equation number 2. Equation remains the same. So we have taken both the direction in case of the conventional current. Now let me repeat this for the electron current. Now I am taking the electron current. And what does electron current says? Electron current says if I take the direction from negative to the positive. Why? Because electron is negative in nature. So any negative charge carrier attracts by the positive charge carrier. So the common direction or the general direction of the electron current is from negative to positive. So when I take negative to positive, when I take this direction of negative to positive, I take it as an electron current and I will take it as a positive. Let me explain. Now again I am showing the orange arrow. Now this orange arrow this time is again entering from the negative terminal of the battery here. Okay. Now again it is entering from the positive terminal of the resistance here, and now again it is entering from the positive terminal of the resistance here. But now what is changed? The change is now we are taking the direction of electron current. So unlike the previous case where we had considered about the conventional current and we took the current as positive when it is entering from the positive terminal, and we take it negative when it was entering from the negative terminal. Now I will change the direction. I will reverse the direction because I am talking about the electron current. And now since the electron current is entering from the negative terminal of the battery here, I will take it positive. Okay, as per the convention of electron current. And now since here it is entering from positive terminal, I will take it as a negative. Okay, and again now it is entering from the again a positive terminal, so I will again take it as a negative as per the concept of the electron current. So how can I write this equation? It will be 18 minus 1 into I minus 6I equals to 0, or we can say that 1I plus 6I equals to 18 volt, equation number 3. Okay, then if I take the reverse direction as we have taken in the previous case, so this green arrow is showing me the reverse direction. If I take this reverse direction, now the current flows from here to here. Look at this arrow, from minus terminal to positive terminal, again from here to here, from minus to plus, and from plus to minus. So as per the convention of the electron current or the direction of the electron current, since it is entering from the minus terminal, I will take it as a positive, and since it is also entering from the minus terminal, I will take this voltage as a positive. And here Now the current is entering from the positive terminal of the battery. So if it is conventional current, I will take it up as a positive. But here I am taking the direction of electron current, and hence its potential will be negative. So how I will write the equation? I will write the equation as 6i plus 1i minus 18 equals to 0. Or we can say that 1i plus 6i equals to 18. It gives me equation number 4. So we have seen from all the 4 cases, equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3 and equation number 4, no matter what direction we take, if we flip the direction, if we take the direction of conventional current, if we take the direction of electron current, the KVL always persists, and this is why this is known as a law. ठीक है, तो जब भी हम लॉ की बात करेंगे, लॉ किसी भी कंडीशन में हमेशा क्या होता है, ट्रू होता है. Okay, so in all the 4 cases you will get the same equation. So this is all about KVL, but we have to follow the direction of the conventional current. So as we have discussed in this particular slide, this equation, we will always follow the convention of equation number 1 to avoid any confusion. नहीं तो अगर आप बार बार अगर अलग अलग करंट लेते रहेंगे तो आपको बार बार कंफ्यूजन होता रहेगा कि सर कौन सा डायरेक्शन लेना है या कौन सा डायरेक्शन नहीं लेना है. So always remember this. Okay, let me go to the next topic, and that is KCL. KCL, as I already told you, KCL is defined for the current. So what does KCL says? In any electrical network, the total current or charge entering to a junction or a node is exactly equal to the charge leaving the node. So if I take any node or a junction, so charge entering to node and charge leaving the node, the summation of this entering and leaving current equals to 0. So as you can see from the figure, I1, I2 and I3 are the incoming current, I4 and I5 are the outgoing current. So if we sum up all these currents, it will come out as 0. Now you are free to take the direction of the current as positive and negative. In this particular figure, the incoming current is taken as positive. As you can see, I1, I2 and I3 is positive in the equation, and I4 and I5 is taken as negative. Okay. What I follow in my particular analysis of KCL, I take incoming current as negative and outgoing current as a positive. So it does not matter what direction you take, you will always make it equal to 0. And it will always be true, as we have seen in the case of KVL. It doesn't matter what direction we take, the equation remains the same. The same fundamental is applied for the KCL also. So you can take incoming current as minus, then you have to take outgoing current as plus. If you are taking incoming current as plus, then you have to take outgoing current as a minus. Okay. Let us understand how we have to analyze the KCL circuit or the nodal analysis. Okay. So this is the electrical network. The first step, whenever we apply KCL and try to find out the constant which we have given in the problem, we have to first identify the nodes. How many nodes are present in this particular network? So what I defined the node as, the node is nothing but the meeting point of the components. Now here you can see this node is common, because there is no component present in this particular branch. The branch is absent, there is no component present. This is the same 4 ampere current which is flowing across here. So this is my first node. This is my first node where 3 components are meeting: 4 ampere resistance, 4 ampere current source, 4 ohm resistance and 2 ohm resistance. So all these components are meeting here. So this is my first node. Similarly, you can see this node is also interconnected with each other because there is no component present over here. So this 8 volt voltage source, this 3 ohm resistance and this 2 ohm resistance are connected across here. So this is my second node. There is also a third node which is present across here, which connects the 4 component, but as I said earlier also, in the analysis of KCL or the nodal, we always ignore the ground node or the reference node. Okay, because it is connected to the ground, because it is connected to the negative terminal. So we do not have to analyze the ground node or the reference node. So how many nodes are actually present? It is 1 and this is 2. So the number of nodes in this particular electrical network is 2. Okay. Now after identifying the node, I have to name it. So the first step is to identify how many nodes, and second step is to assign the node voltage. So I am assigning node voltage V1 and V2 here. So this is my V1 and V2 here. Okay. Now after assigning V1 and V2, I have to form the equation for V1 and V2. How can I form the equation? As I already told you, you have to take the direction of incoming current and outgoing current. So here you can see that already it is given in the problem that 4 ampere current is incoming to this particular node, that is V1. Now I will take two directions, one for the 4 ohm resistance and another for the 2 ohm resistance. And as I said, I will follow the convention of incoming current as negative and outgoing current as a positive. So here, if I form the equation for this particular node V1, then I will write it like this: minus 4, because current is entering towards the node V1, plus V1 upon 4. How can I define the current? What is the Ohm's law? V equals to I into R. So if I want to find out I have to write it as I equals to V upon R. So current at node which is flowing through the 4 ohm resistance is nothing but V1 upon 4. Now come to the 2 ohm resistance. This current which is flowing in the middle resistance, it has to be V1 minus V2, because we want to find out the potential difference. So it has to be V1 minus V2 upon 2 equals to 0, and this is how I can form the equation number 1. Similarly, if I come to the second node V2, again the three components are connected. This is the component, this is the component, and this is the component. And I will take the different directions again for the junction V2. And since there is no predefined direction available in this particular case, as we had this 4 ampere current source, we are taking the direction of outgoing currents. सारे के सारे करंट कैसे ले लिए हम लोगों ने? आउटगोइंग ले लिए. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे इक्वेशन हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? पहला इक्वेशन हो गया V2 माइनस V1. अब अगर हम इस नोड पे हैं तो हम V2 को पॉजिटिव लेंगे एज कम्पेयर टू V1. ये फंडामेंटल ध्यान में रखना है. क्यों? क्योंकि हम वैसे भी डायरेक्शन को कैसे कंसिडर कर रहे हैं? आउटवर्ड डायरेक्शन में इस तरीके से कंसिडर कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो ये होगा V2 माइनस V1 अपॉन 2 प्लस ये हो गया V2 अपॉन 3, okay, for this resistance. And then for the last current, I will take V2 minus 8. Why V2 minus 8? Because this is V2, this is again a voltage, and this is again a voltage. So if I want to find out the potential difference, it has to be V2 minus 8 and upon 1 for this resistance. So this is how we have come to the conclusion of second equation. Okay. So always remember, the number of loop equals to number of mesh currents. So KVL is used to find the mesh current in any loop, hence the analysis is known as the mesh analysis. Okay, and the number of node equals to number of node voltages, and KCL is used to find the node voltages across any node, hence the analysis is also known as nodal analysis. So this is how we have completed the basic concept of KVL and KCL. I hope you have understood the concept. Okay, next time when we meet, we will be talking about the two-port theory and two-port networks. Thanks for listening and watching to this particular video.